A female android named Rhea is participating in a reality show, and she wakes up greeting the viewers. That day, she chooses to wear a light blue dress and brings breakfast in bed to a man named Jack. Then they sit down to have breakfast together, but Jack isn't in the mood to eat, and Rhea becomes concerned when she notices. Jack tells Rhea that his worries disappear when he's with her. Jack helps Rhea in the kitchen and keeps glancing at the cameras around the house. As the two of them go to make the bed, their hands accidentally touch. Rhea then tells Jack that they can only be together late at night. Hours later, Rhea is taking care of the plants while Jack watches her. Rhea takes a moment to advertise the scissors she's using. Their song starts playing and Rhea invites Jack to dance. They begin to dance and Jack looks at Rhea with a loving gaze. Jack then remembers a car accident he was involved in and recalls seeing someone fleeing the scene. At 4 p.m., Rhea starts exercising and Jack finds it all amusing. After finishing her workout, Rhea takes a shower and dresses in more attractive clothes. In the kitchen, they start preparing dinner, and Rhea makes another advertisement, this time for the sauce she's using. At dinner, Jack compliments the meal Rhea prepared and suggests they do something other than watch TV, but she declines, saying she really enjoys watching soap operas. After dinner, Rhea continues making advertisements, and Jack, now out of patience, says he'll wait for her in another room. Rhea watches her soap opera on TV while Jack opens a box containing a gift. At 9 p.m., Rhea calls Jack to the bedroom, and there they share an intimate moment. The next day, when Rhea wakes up, she follows the same routine as the day before, but this time she chooses to wear a red dress. She prepares breakfast and brings it to Jack in bed, only to find another man in his place. During breakfast, the man dismisses Rhea's food, but she thanks him and acts as if nothing happened. While Rhea is making the bed, the man tries to get intimate with her, but when she tells him they can only do so later, he closes the bedroom door and pushes Rhea onto the bed. Hours later, Rhea continues doing her advertisements for the viewers. When the music starts playing, she invites the man to dance, but he rudely refuses. So Rhea decides to dance alone. She does the household chores by herself and also serves the man, who doesn't help her at all. Frustrated, Rhea complains that he doesn't do anything to help, and the man gets angry and insults her. During Rhea's workout, the man mocks her, and later, during her shower, he watches her. After Rhea prepares dinner alone and makes her sauce advertisement, the man enters the kitchen, throws a bag of chips at her, and demands she cook them. He also orders her to get dressed up for dinner. During dinner, the man laughs and throws chips at Rhea, who is dressed in a banana costume, but she doesn't react. While watching Rhea's soap opera, the man opens a gift, and afterward, he takes Rhea to bed for an intimate moment. The next morning, after waking up, Rhea chooses a blue dress and this time prepares hot chocolate to bring to the man in bed. However, when she approaches, she finds a woman there instead, who compliments Rhea's dress and expresses gratitude for the hot chocolate. She puts on Rhea's clothes for breakfast, and afterward, the two have fun in a playful pillow fight, making the viewers laugh and enjoy the show. Hours later, they go outside to dance together, and during Rhea's workout time, the girl joins in as well. Moments later, before dinner, Rhea asks the girl to get dressed up. At dinner, the girl compliments Rhea, saying she's an amazing cook and also praises her dress. After Rhea makes an advertisement for liquid soap, the girl shares with Rhea that she dreams of becoming an actress and currently works as a bartender. The girl dresses in a unicorn pajama and upon opening a gift box, finds sweets. She decides to share them with Rhea, who is focused on watching her favorite soap opera. The next morning, Rhea is now accompanied by a new Jack, and she continues her routine, cheerfully serving each new person who arrives at the house. One night, the cleaning crew enters the house, and after tidying everything up, they place a device on Rhea's head and reset her system. They wake up a woman next to Rhea and instruct her to go to a van waiting outside. Then, a new participant arrives and they tell him to lie down next to Rhea and go to sleep. Meanwhile, in the real world, an interviewer named Erica is set to interview her guests, Mitchell and Robert, who are the creators of the reality show Rhea is participating in, called A Day with Rhea. When faced with some criticism regarding the ethics of the show, Robert argues that this is what makes the program entertaining and sets it apart from its competitors. They also reveal that there are many cameras hidden throughout the house. Robert informs the audience that viewers have control over all of Rhea's choices, including what to wear and what to eat. During the interview, clips are shown of various participants in the house who provided entertaining moments for the audience. Robert reveals that the next season will take place during Christmas, and Rhea will spend the day with a companion. In response, Erica brings up the controversy surrounding the show, mentioning that some people find it inhumane. They laugh it off and choose not to respond. Sensing that the tone of the interview is shifting, Erica decides to end the program. In a commercial that airs on TV, the narrator informs the audience how to vote on the show's choices through an app. Mitchell is upset with Erica for addressing the controversies, but he still wants to bring more drama to boost the ratings. Meanwhile, at the White House, Jess, the secretary of Vice President Fleming, shows him an email that is protected by a code. Jess suspects it might be from his son. Back in the studio, the crew is laughing while the man is trying to get intimate with Rhea. Suddenly, Robert appears, frustrated with the team for not paying attention, and instructs them to amp up the drama to attract more viewers. Shortly after, Mitchell arrives and announces that the next participant will be more interesting. It will be the vice president's son, Jason. They call Jason and inform him that he won't be allowed to bring any technological devices into the house. They also reveal that he can't have any intimacy with Rhea before 9 p.m. and request that he show something new during his time on the show. After ending the call, Mitchell tells Robert about the upcoming controversy related to the program. Meanwhile, back in the van, Jason hides a device inside his sock that he plans to take with him into the show's house. The vice president shows Jess and John the letter from his son, saying he will participate in a day with Rhea. After Jess explains how the show works, the vice president expresses a desire to take action, but they advise him against interfering with the program. The next day, the program starts, and people begin to choose what Rhea will wear and which lipstick she will use. When Jason is awakened by Rhea, he activates a virus on his phone that disrupts the transmission, leaving viewers around the world confused about what is happening. This also drives Mitchell and Robert crazy, as they want the program to be back on the air immediately. They decide to run some old commercials for the audience to watch while they work to restore the broadcast. In the vice president's office, John suggests that the team might have intentionally taken the program off the air after discovering that the man is the vice president's son. Back inside the house, Jason tells Rhea that she doesn't need to continue her routine since no one is watching them anymore. However, Rhea ignores what he says and keeps acting as if everything is normal. He explains that he was paid a substantial amount of money to interrupt the program, and then he calls the man who hired him. The man simply tells Jason to trust the plan. Meanwhile, in the production room, Mitchell asks the team to rewind the footage slightly before the broadcast went off the air. At that moment, they discover that the new participants smuggled a virus-laden device into the house. Back in the program's house, Jason checks the cameras, and then the man hacks into Rhea's system, causing her to hit her head against the wall and regain consciousness. Taking advantage of Jason's distraction, she strikes him on the head with a pan and then ties him to a chair. Moments later, Rhea feeds Jason, but suddenly he knocks the plate with his knee, causing the knife to strike Rhea's robotic arm. Jack watches in shock as she pulls the knife out of her arm. The crew manages to regain the program's signal, which shows the unfolding situation. Robert calls for an interruption, but Mitchell insists they keep filming and also orders the police to be called to the house. They then inform the viewers that everything happening is real and that Jason is being held hostage. Meanwhile, Jason tells Rhea that the person who hired him wants to free her from the house, but he didn't expect that the guy controlling Rhea was making her act this way. Mitchell receives a call from the vice president, who insists that Rhea would be incapable of killing anyone. The vice president demands that Mitchell conceal his son's true identity. Meanwhile, the hacker has complete control over Rhea and warns everyone to stay away from the house, or worse will happen to the hostage. However, the viewers believe that all of this is part of the show, so they don't seem to care much about the situation. They will have to vote on Jason's fate. Tanya, the head of the technical team, lies to Mitchell and Robert, claiming that Rhea is incapable of committing a crime. Rhea then shows Jason a newspaper clipping about the death of an 8-year-old boy in a car accident, revealing that it was caused by the vice president's son, who had known about it all along. Now, all the viewers are aware of what happened, and they must vote on Jason's fate after learning about the crime he committed. John goes to the production studio and reminds the producers of the consequences they will face if Rhea kills the vice president's son. Meanwhile, Mitchell reveals to Robert that he plans to end the TV broadcast but will pay a hacker to continue streaming online. The viewers start following the program on the internet. Jason apologizes to Rhea and confesses what he did, then makes a shocking revelation. He was going to turn himself into the police, but his father preferred to cover up the case. Rhea then leaves the room to grab a knife, deciding to attack the man multiple times. Everyone watching is shocked by what happened, and then the FBI takes Mitchell and Robert away. Meanwhile, Rhea runs through the Los Angeles desert and encounters the first Jack, who is actually named David. Months later, the vice president reveals that he already knew Jess hired David. Jess confesses that she did it because she felt guilty for helping the vice president cover up the crime committed by his son. Robert speaks with Mitchell, who is in prison, and tells him to prepare for the next season. When he opens a container, Robert discovers other androids that resemble Rhea. Inside a house, Rhea watches the special Christmas program. Moments later, she confesses her love for David, and as David also expresses his feelings for her, the vice president watches everything alongside Jess. They manage to regain control and instruct Jess to activate Rhea's kill mode. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe so you won't miss the next videos. Thank you for watching.